Good morning, everybody. Peter Ciccone, Entrepreneurs Across America. I have to scooch in here. Diner discussions. We're back at the Dix Hills Diner, our home base, and I'm here with two very special guests who are business partners in business and partners in life, and they're with a company, their own brand, Credit Ugly, and they're talking about business credit and personal credit and the differences and how to build both. So, good morning, guys. Diane,
Good morning.
Joseph,
Good
how you doing?
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, tell us about the world of credit. What exists out there? How do people fix it? How do they get it?
Yep.
And why is it so important?
Well, I'm gonna go into business credit first, and
Okay.
segue into Diane will talk about personal credit. But people believe they're building their business credit because they have a business credit card or a business bank account, and unless you have a DUN number, a Dun and Bradstreet number, there's nothing to report it to. So it's very important for a business owner to get a Dun and Bradstreet number, which we can do for you as well, and to make sure the vendors that you're buying from are reporting to the Dun to build that number. It's very important because you get higher credit card volume and you're more favorable in the bank for loans. So that's just one product we have, but it all stems from personal credit, and Diane can speak a little bit more about personal credit and how that works for us.
Good morning. So, Credit Reporting Advisors, and we're also known as Credit Ugly. We are a nationwide company. My partner is based out of Florida. I'm based out of New York. But we can help anybody nationwide.
Typically speaking, who are your customer base that are looking to build credit? Who needs credit more than others? I mean, I told you a story twice in 30 years.
Yep.
You know, I had an issue. So it's not been, generally speaking, my credit score has been high. Who's looking, who needs to repair their credit most often, most quickly?
Well, pretty much we get a lot of people, lenders will send us clients because they're trying to get a mortgage.
Okay.
And they're denied because their scores are too low. Pretty much anybody with low scores or bad credit is our client.
What does a bank consider a low score? What do they consider high score? What's a good range? What's a middling range?
Yeah, 680 is your sweet spot.
680 is a good.
It's a good spot to be in. 680 and above is where you want to be. There's different tiers, and all banks have their own tiers.
Okay.
So I would say 680 is a nice number to have. And based on all the monitoring services out there, Credit Karma, Experian, all of them, they all are not accurate. That's not your scores.
They're not accurate.
No,
That's
the
not your
FICO
FICO score.
You're
FICO score is the score.
What does FICO mean? Explain FICO.
Well, it's a fair credit Fair Credit Reporting Act.
Okay.
And FICO has their own proprietary system that forms your score through their algorithm.
So FICO is the only one that matters.
It's not the only one that matters, but it's the only real score you actually have. The data in all those monitoring services are accurate, but the scores are nowhere near
You
accurate.
could have 3 reporting agencies, 3 different scores.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like a scale.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I bought a car, and the first 2 had me at one level, and the third one had me 100 points less.
Yeah.
Right.
And the woman who did the credit was just curious. She said, well, 2 have you up here, 1 has you down here, what happened? And then she looked, she said, 20 years ago, and it was something that just never
Right.
taken off the list. And I always, I think Experian is always the oddball one, that, for whatever reason, I don't, versus the other 2.
Well, it's just who's reporting. Everybody has the right to report to who they want to. So, Capital One is reporting to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, or maybe they're deciding, I don't want to report to TransUnion. They have the right to report to who they want to.
Somebody comes to you with very bad credit. Let's just say they're under 500. It's horrible credit score. They want to buy a house. What is the first thing you tell them? Do you tell them, I mean, other than, stop spending so much money, or what is it? Is it a matter of?
Well, we like to educate them, and it really depends on what they're going for. I have a client now, she's in her 30s, and she has no credit. And so, and she doesn't have anyone to help her be an authorized user. So, we also were able to sell people seasoned credit, which is called a trade line.
Okay.
And we can add that onto their report. So it's seasoned credit cards looks good in the algorithm of building your credit.
What is a seasoned credit card?
It's a card that you've had since maybe 2019.
Okay.
The older the card, the better it is on your profile and for your
Sure.
credit.
All right.
So we can place them on somebody else's credit.
It's and I mean,
Yeah,
Is that
legitimate.
legal?
Absolutely.
okay, that
Yeah,
doesn't.
you could put. I can put you on mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But-
you're putting. So somebody is taking the risk for that person.
Correct.
Okay. So somebody has to be willing to do that, or they're charging a percentage to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a
It's a
fee.
controlled environment that works in.
Okay.
It's a controlled environment. Cards that are not used, that people are selling
Okay.
to corporations that are selling them back to us. So they're vetted out. They're vetted out.
All right. As a side business, if people have old credit cards they don't use, can they?
They can. I just don't do that. But they can. I usually.
They
I
can
use it.
also do a self lender.
Okay.
To
What's a
help.
self-lender?
Self lender is borrowing against your own money.
Okay. So.
Or a loan against your own money, like a secured credit.
Yeah.
Okay, like a secured credit card.
So that helps build up their scores.
And it gives her a limit. Let's just say this woman has $2,000 to put towards a credit card type of thing,
Right.
almost like a debit card,
Right.
Yes.
where it's just being deducted, and then she has to replace that $2,000, or it's
Right.
down to $50 type of thing, and replenish.
The worse the credit, the better. We're going to have very quick results on somebody who has the worst credit versus somebody who has one little ding.
Okay.
So Diane can take somebody from a 500 and get them up to a 680 in a matter of 120 days by
Okay.
adding positive, removing the negatives,
Okay.
and we remove about 80% of the negatives.
We need between 30 and 120 days.
Between 30 and 120
We
days.
can
Complete the file.
complete a file and help somebody.
You can take them from a 500 to a 680 in about 4 months.
Yeah, we can't give somebody the exact number, but we're
Sure.
going to get them where they deserve to be based on their new
Yeah.
profile that we
Their
can
new
help them.
profile that you've helped create because you've removed the derogatory information.
Yes.
You've helped add positive information.
Correct.
And you've given them controls on how to use a credit card properly versus, here's your budget, in other words, a budget. Okay. All right.
Pay on time.
Any words of advice for the world? Credit?
If your credit is ugly,
There you go.
call Diane at Credit Ugly, 516-459-4957. MyCreditGirl.com.
My credit girl.
Even if you want to be educated or you have a question, feel free to call me. I always answer my phone.
MyCreditGirl.com. If your credit is ugly, call MyCreditGirl.com.
There you go.
Joe, any last words?
Don't be late. If you have good credit and you're late, it's one of the hardest things to remove, and it hurts dramatically.
Just you being like a
Somebody like yourself who has a 700 credit score, if you were late on your mortgage once, you can drop 100 points.
100 points.
Yeah, so
Okay.
pretty dramatic.
Yeah. What about? Okay. So the dates mean stuff. Even when they say you can pay within this date without penalty.
Yeah, you
Somebody's recording how late it was.
oh yeah, you want to
yeah.
be on time.
You want to be on time or better. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having us.
No, it was my pleasure. A lot of fun. It was a big education. And very quickly, how does a business get a done number?
Yeah, so you can Google Dun
Okay.
Dun & Bradstreet, and you can get your own number. The problem with that is most people don't know how to build it. So if you want to do it right, give us a call, and we'll be able to set you up with a great system.
My
Again,
credit.
Yeah,
Credit Reporting
mycreditgirl.com.
Advisors, or go to
mycreditgirl.com.
my
And call one of us, and we'll be able to set you up in a program that works seamlessly. Seamless, 6 to 9 months, and you'll be much more favorable in the business world than business banking.
Guys, thank you for coming down. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Diane, always
Thank
a pleasure. Thank
you.
you.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, everybody.